Rolling.
What's going on, guys? Bradley Martyn here. I can yell because it's my own gym, and this is something we're going to talk about. Listen, I want to do this video. Number one, because I've been getting a lot of questions. People have been DMing me. They're like, Brad, where's the old Brad? Where's the old Brad? Bring the old Brad back. Bring him back, because we want to hear him talk to the camera. We want to hear him talk to us. We want to hear him talk about his life, what he's been through, what he's going through, where he's at. And to tell you guys the truth right now, the reason why I'm doing this video, there's a very, very big shift in my life as far as I'll just tell you what it is. It's a living situation change, a big change where I want to go and I want to do something that most people might be like, whoa, that's a really bad idea. You shouldn't do that. That's scary. Do you have enough money to do that? And I'm like, shit, I don't really. But I want to bring it back to the very beginning when I started. When I first got into all this shit, and I didn't even know where I was going when I first started. When I was 18 years old. And I'm gonna wrap around what this whole topic is about, what this whole video is about. It's basically about forcing yourself to be uncomfortable, okay? I know that's not something that a lot of you guys want to do. It's not something that people want to do in general, but I guarantee you that every successful person in this world will tell you the same thing. It's something that you absolutely have to do, okay? So, fucking rewind 11 years, I'm 30 years old. Rewind 11 years, that's 18, right? 19. That's 19, okay. 1 more, 12 years.
Good
18
math.
Years old, I was like, yo, I'm 18 years old. I'm fresh out of high school, my joints are all good and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I feel good, it's still good now. But I'm like, damn, I don't want to live here anymore, okay? I wanted to change my life. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know how I was gonna get there. I didn't know who was gonna be there. I didn't know what kind of person I would become, but I knew that I always felt like, damn, I want my life to be different. And I felt that kind of growing 16, 17, 18 years old, and I really got into the gym. And then I graduated high school, and I went to Sacramento State for 1 year. I was like, man, I hate this town. I don't want to be here. It's like a smaller version of my old hometown. Moved back home. Also didn't want to be there. I always had this feeling like, damn, I want to be somewhere. I want to go somewhere different where no one knows me, so I can meet all new people. So I don't know why, I always wanted change in my life. It was a big thing that I always felt I really needed, and I honestly think that everyone does need it, and everyone needs to force themselves to find it, to grow, to be where you want to go. Now, so I'm 18 years old, right? Picture this slightly jacked, handsome, I think, hopefully I thought I had more hair, had a lot more hair. I was I actually had curls, low key, curly. I mean, I wish I could pull up a photo actually. I'll send you a photo you put in the video. Okay. I look like this. This is college dorm room, 18, 2011. Anyways, moved back home, went to community college, and was like, man, I don't want to be in the Bay Area anymore. I'm from San Francisco, okay? So I don't want to be in the Bay Area anymore. I want to experience something new. I want to experience new people, but I didn't know how hard or how easy that would be. And I knew it would be difficult because I'd be going by myself. And I literally moved down to Southern California to go to Cal State Fullerton. Now, I had never, I think the most I ever vacationed in LA or in Southern California was go to Disneyland when I was 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so I moved to Southern California, did not know a soul, met a lot of people that I still know to this day, made a lot of great friends, but it was one of the most uncomfortable moments in my life that if I had not done that, and this is what's really, really important, this is what this whole video is about. If I had not done that, because something inside me was man, you need to find change. You need to do something different. You need to get uncomfortable. And I always felt like I wanted that. I don't know why. As much as I knew that it was gonna be difficult, I knew that I had to make that change. And as much as I could resist it, be no, I could stay here, I could be more comfortable. A lot of you might be thinking damn, I could just, this is easier. This is more comfortable. This is what I'm used to. I could just keep doing this and find another way. Sometimes there's no other way. I learned that you absolutely need to force yourself into situations in which you're really unsure of. Because think about it, you watching this right now, right? Whatever you do in your life, wherever you are in your life, do you want more out of your life? Think about it, okay? How do you get more? Do you keep doing the same things you're always doing? Do you keep doing the same routine? Does that get you more? Has that gotten you more in the past, doing the same stuff over and over again? Likely not. And I don't know how big your goals are or how big your dreams are, but you really have to push yourself to an uncomfortable place, because what happens is, let's say you spend 3 years super uncomfortable, all right? But through those 3 years, you've learned how to do A, B, C, and D, whatever it is, whatever you're working on. And now those A, B, C, and D, those 3 things that you never knew before, they're now skill sets of yours that you can apply towards the rest of your life. And now let's say those 3 things got you in a conversation or in a situation where you met someone else that was able to bring you to go and attack something new in your life that you've always wanted to, or maybe something you didn't even know, but now you found because you forced yourself into that difficult situation. Now you're able to keep going. Maybe you start to learn how to make more money doing those 3 things, whatever it was, right? The point is, like, you wouldn't get there if you didn't force yourself into the unknown. And the unknown, you have to go at it. You have to go towards it. You have to not be afraid. So picture this 18-year-old kid. I literally like threw all my stuff in a Ford flare side, you know where like the sides go in, Ford Ranger.
Little step.
Had a little step, like
utility step.
A little utility step, a little mini back door cab, like a non-extended cab, just a little tiny cab with a little seat that folds down. And I literally threw all my shit in there, and I drove to a place that I found on Craigslist that I didn't even know the people. I just saw, like, we were just renting this room. It was like real south of like 5 minutes. I could ride a bike to Cal State Fullerton, and I was like, fuck it, that's it. I enrolled. I got, you know, that was a whole process. Got accepted. Doing my stuff in a car. Drove down to a place that I found on Craigslist, basically.
How much was it a month? You know?
500.
500 for a room?
For one room.
Yeah.
For one room in a house. It was a shared. It was like the family lived in the living room with like the family, the father, the daughter who had a kid, young girl with a kid, like 16-year-olds with like a kid.
Yeah.
And then the mom.
Yeah.
And then there was another kid who rented the other room across the hall from mine who worked at like Disneyland or something, because it was down in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like not down in Disneyland, it's down in Southern California, which is very close to Disneyland. Anaheim is. It was in Anaheim, Fullerton. They're like on the border. Well, Disneyland's in Anaheim. Anyways, point is this. Literally like a random family that I had never met this person a day in my life. Wasn't like, hey, I want to come see the spot and then I'll move. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And I remember, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I remember like 1 week from living there, I called my mom like, I want to come home. I swear to God, it sounds pussy, I know, and it was, and I remember thinking just like, this is just so fucking uncomfortable. Like, what am I doing? And I remember I was just going to school, going back, going to the shop to buy food, and then I realized like, no, that's not why I came here. I came here because I wanted to feel like kind of out of my element. I wanted to meet new people. Obviously, I spent more time in the place. I stuck it out to a point where I actually kind of kicked myself out of the house, and ended up moving around the corner with like a bunch of athletes who played for Cal State. The community college. Yeah. They played for the community college, and that's where I met one of my best friends, who's like, he trains here now still. Trent, you guys, I don't know if you guys seen him on video stuff. Light-skinned dude with a beard who wears a hat too. Anyways, so I met one of my best friends out of that. So listen, I'm not trying to make this about meeting. I mean, even though that's a big part in your life, meeting really good friends, meeting really good people. But the whole point is this, like, there's gonna be moments in your life in which you know that you want to do something, but it's scary and you're afraid to, and it's hard and it's difficult, and you know it's gonna be difficult, and you try it and it's like touch and fire, and you're like, fuck that, no, it's not for me. Even though you know that like on the other side of whatever that is where you want to go. You have to just fucking do it. I'm saying, like, sometimes you literally just have to like free fall and just believe that you're gonna be okay. Like, another example in my life, if I think back on it, big moment, I bought like a nicer car, and I was like, fuck, this is a lot of money. That
was the most money you spent until that date, right?
It was the most money I ever spent on anything monthly.
Yeah.
I was like, rent was maybe at that time like, fuck man.
$1,000?
$1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta pay this like a few $1,000 thing, and I'm like, oh shit, I really want that truck because I feel cool.
Yeah.
Which I learned later on that like it really wasn't for me. I got rid of it. But for how long did I drive that truck for? Like 2 years?
A year and a half, 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Would you say it made you work harder?
Way harder.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like these moments where like, just if you're talking about financially, like getting yourself into a situation like where I'm at right now, I'm trying to decide, should I buy this house because I want to like have a dope, cool content house, like with, obviously you guys don't know this person, Bro Science, Tom Mazzetti, Mike. We want to live in I want to buy a really nice house so we can live in it and make really cool content for you guys. But the house is very expensive, right? And I'm like, fuck, I already have another house, right? Obviously, like I'm trying to relate to you guys, like you might not be there in your life, but the point is like, that's what I'm dealing with now, but it reminded me of all these other moments in my life when I was younger, like buying my first expensive car, moving out of fucking my hometown to do something that I didn't really know what it was, but
paying $500 for rent, being uncomfortable with that.
Paying $500, dude, that couldn't even, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you,
you miss it sometimes?
Bro.
You miss
paying that much money?
Yeah.
I miss the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
But the thing that like you learn from it, man, is like it makes all your relationships for the rest of your life, like forcing yourself to go through like hard shit that everyone like normally would try to avoid, it gets you to where you want to go sooner. Because I promise you, like, if you have big goals, this video is for people with big goals, big dreams, people who really want to fucking succeed. And I think everyone truly does deep down. Depending on how big your goals are, it's important to you and it matters to you. But no matter what, like, getting yourself, like throwing yourself into it, forcing yourself to have to like walk that path is so important. Like, for example, another example of my life, opening this gym. This gym was like, just the equipment, like everything in this gym that you see was like $425,000, right? Then I knew the rent was gonna be $11,000 a month, right? And then then you gotta account for like utilities are a few $1,000s a month. Employees are $5,000 to $7,000 a month. Insurance is a couple $100 a month.
And that's for sure the biggest investment you made up.
One of the biggest investments
Till this day.
Till this day. Like, I literally, well, next to my house.
Yeah.
But this was something that, a house was something like, oh, I could sell. And if I didn't work out, I could sell. Like, this was something like, it's almost like a pride thing. Like, if I was going to open this gym and then it failed, they would be like, that's the guy whose gym failed, he had to close the gym.
Yeah.
Right? This was one of the biggest moments, and I'm telling you, I asked someone in my life who very, very important to me, a mentor of mine. I was like, yo, I'm so scared to spend this money. And guys, I want you to understand this. It doesn't matter if it's $400,000 or if it's $5,000 or if it's $2,000. It's fucking irrelevant. The point is, the same feeling you're gonna have of like, I remember calling this dude like 3 times being like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'm ready. And the advice he gave me was so like, he straight up told me this, he said, I'm not the guy to call if you ever want someone to talk you out of something. And this is from a billionaire. This is from someone who's like, he took every risk in the book and has the highest reward. And I've learned from so many super successful people that if you want the highest reward, and even if your highest reward is $1 million or $500,000, 200, or like a fucking great relationship or a great friendship, like, you have to put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, you're not like, it's like trying to get something like, I want to go across the street, right? Say if like, I want to go over here, right? Look at this point. Like, if I want to go over there to that truck or the white fence, how the fuck do I get there? Yeah. Do I just stand here and be like, oh no, like, once I go out those doors, it's kind of unsafe. Like, how, I mean, think about it. You have to just fucking try it. Like, you need to try it. So this is to everyone out there who's like, if you've ever had any hesitation, fuck it, man. Like, and I know it's not always easy. It's not always easy to say fuck it. Because what's on the line? Like, you might be like, well, Brad, you know, I got a family and I got kids and I got to worry about this and I got to worry about that. There are always things, whether you have that or you only make $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 a month and that's all you can pay for certain things and that's all taken up. Those things will always be relevant. Like, that will never change. The question is like, can you find something else? Can you add something else to your life? Maybe it's like, maybe you have to work a little bit harder in this direction. Maybe you have to make a little bit more time for something that you know you could make time for, but you haven't been because it's easier to not make time for it. Like, just straight up, it's easier to not force yourself into such, like, for example, right now, I got 2 really cool deals that I'm like, man, I can do this and I can get this done and I'll make, you know, this extra money and then I can get the house and it's no problem. And it's like, had I been like, nah, I'll just wait on the house, maybe I just wouldn't do these things or I wouldn't get myself to that next level. Because I can say for damn sure right now, every time in my life when I was like, whoa, that's not a good idea. Like, even on social media, like legit, even on social media. I remember one of my most viral videos was
I don't know if I should post this.
Yeah, like Nadeem, straight up. It's back when I filmed the hoverboard squat.
Yeah.
The very first time, it went viral as fuck everywhere. Like ESPN, everywhere on the internet. I remember Nadeem was like, yo, I don't know if you should actually try this. This is a bad idea. Like, he was like legit, like off camera.
Yeah.
Yo, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that every time I was like, oh, that's for sure what I need to do.
Yeah.
And it might sound kind of crazy. I'm not saying go make crazy content and like hurt yourself, but in that sense and like even financial like decisions, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna risk it.
Push
like,
the envelope, yeah.
You have to do it. You have to push it. You have to be like, know what? I'm just gonna try this. Because I can look back in my life and be like, every time I did that, like 6 months, a year later, like my life, like it almost goes like this.
Yeah.
Where you're like, man, I did that, and then it didn't come maybe not right away, but eventually it's like
you adapt.
And here's the thing too. Listen, let's say for example, you want to move somewhere, right? That's kind of what I'm talking about right now. But let's say you want to move from your parents' house, you want to move from an apartment to a nicer one, or you want to move from like your nice apartment to like an apartment with your girl, but it's bigger or whatever the fuck it is. And you're like, man, I don't know. Like, let's say you can do it, but it's uncomfortable. But it's like you're like right here. But your girl's like, man, let's do it. And you're like, damn, I really want to do it. She wants to do it. Like, let's fucking do it. But it's so difficult to take that step because you know that like now you have no cushion. Like it's like bone dry. But you're like, okay, that situation, you step into it, you force yourself into it, and now you're here and you're in it. It's gonna force you to figure something else out.
Yeah.
And if you never did it, like, it's not that you never get to that level to figure something else out, but it might have taken you longer. So use those situations in your life to force yourself to like, okay, now I wanna fucking work harder now. Now I'm gonna fucking be a better person now. Now I wanna fucking be better at communicating. Like whatever it is, I'm not saying it's just money-wise or trying to live in a nicer spot. Like if you have a relationship you wanna get better, like, and you know it's uncomfortable because like you don't wanna have that certain conversation with that person that you know you need to have it with to make that relationship better, the friendship better, the intimate relationship better, the business relationship better. You need to force yourself into those uncomfortable situations, otherwise it never changes. Like it's not gonna get better. It's not gonna become what you think it could be, like unless you force the uncomfortableness. Not like you get in a situation be like, let's make this really uncomfortable and get better. It's like, I guarantee you know there's probably a person in your life that you need to have a conversation with that you're fucking avoiding because you know that it's gonna be uncomfortable. Guarantee it. But if you have that conversation, yes, maybe not after the first time is it gonna be better, but maybe you'll be that much closer to building a stronger bond with that person. Like I said, whether it's interpersonal, friendship, business, intimate, it doesn't matter. Like the most uncomfortable situations make the strongest people. Like in life and like going through shit. And I just know every time in my life I can look back and be like, every time I was like, fuck, I really want that. Should I do it? Fuck, and I did it. 2 years later, a year later, 30 days later, 6 months, I was like, fuck, I'm glad I did that. So where I'm at right now in my life, there's something I want, I'm gonna fucking risk it. I'm gonna risk it, whether it means I'm not gonna be more fucking uncomfortable, because the thing is this, man, listen to me when I tell you this. At one point in my life, and I can guarantee it, at some point in your guys' life, you've probably already been fucking uncomfortable. You probably have been in a situation where like, you're like, man, this is tough. This is heartbreaking. This is like, man, I don't want to be here anymore. Like I don't want to go to the school. I don't want to have these friends. I want to find new people, whatever. You want to find, I don't want this job. Like, but you're like, oh, but I'm already doing it. It's comfortable. It's easy. Even though I don't like it, I'm going to keep doing it because it's like normal for me. But you know, deep down in your heart, you're like, I don't want this no more. And I promise you could probably look back on that moment, and if you did change it, like your life's probably better. You probably look back and be like, yeah, I'm really glad I changed that. So if you're in a moment like that right now in your life, fuck it, go for it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Not, you know, not like Nike or anything, but like for real, just do it. Like, fuck it. Because I promise you guys, like in that uncomfortableness, you're gonna find the most progress for yourself, and you're gonna make your life better. You're gonna feel better. And I tell you, like, tons of successful people that I talk to told me the same exact thing. Kev, you fucking experienced this. Don't just take our word for it. Talk to other people in your life that you think are in a place where you want to go, or a place where you're like, man, how'd they get there? Ask them. See how they got there. See if it was just like, this is just the walk in the park. Because I guarantee you, fucking no one you can find in this world who's super successful or has something.
They've been through some stuff.
They've definitely been through it. Like everyone, I don't give a fuck. Like talk to you, I don't know, a grandpa or a grandparent or someone like in your life that you know, maybe, you know, at your gym or at your place of work, and be like, ask someone. I guarantee you, if you want something better out of your life, sometimes you gotta force yourself into situations. Like sometimes you gotta be like, man, I don't know if I can afford that, but I know I could work for that. But like, how are you ever gonna get to that point unless you're like, you try it, you go for it. Sometimes you have to force yourself in those situations to become a better person. I love you guys. I appreciate all the fucking support. Subscribe to the YouTube channel Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Yeah, that's it. I love you.